Is it time to tame your to-do list? Okay, this is my second of a three-part series of coaching videos about how to tame your to-do list. So on your list, there are the things that you just need to decide to do, but there are three other categories. One is your not to-do list, right? That was the first coaching video, not to do, things you can delete. Then there are the things that you can delay. We'll talk about that next time. And there are the things you can delegate. I call that the you do list. In other words, you do it. Somebody else can do it. But you know what? Sometimes that can be really hard for us to figure out, especially if we like doing things, especially if we are controlling or we feel guilty about asking others to do things or we feel anxious about it somehow. In fact, guilt and anxiety are the two most common factors that keep us from delegating. So, here's the thing. When you need to figure out your way forward, a lot of times we look for the right answers, but we have to start with the right questions. So I've got a couple of coaching questions for you because a few of you have been asking me, how can I become a better delegator? All right. So number one, I want you to ask, what are the things that others can do that I insist on doing? What are the things that others can do that I insist on doing? This could be as simple as a task that you just keep doing in your job that you just don't need to do. In fact, the fact that you keep doing it is keeping someone else from learning how to do it. It's keeping them from having an opportunity to do something that gives them a bit more responsibility. The same can be true with your children. You're doing things for them that it's time for them to start doing for themselves. And if they did it for themselves, you'd have a bit more time to just breathe or get other things done or maybe relax for a minute. And they would feel proud of themselves having done it. But the anxiety that comes is typically, but they don't do it as well. That's okay. If they do it 80% as well, in some cases 60% as well, it's fine. You've got to get clear about what really matters. So asking yourself, what is it that others could do that I insist on doing myself? Make a list of what that is. Because in order to be most effective in your life, and particularly when you're leading, you need to do the things that only you can do, the things that cannot be delegated. And when you use up your time doing things that others could do, then that also means you're using up your time for the things that really matter most and actually require you. Sometimes those are things that require you as a person, right? You're the only mother, the only spouse or partner, the only person who can do certain things in your life. You need the time to be able to do that. Number two, I want you to just ask, who needs to be on my you-do list? Who is it? List the people that are kind of off the hook because you keep doing things for them that they could do for you or for themselves. So the you-do list is really about you getting clarity that in order to be effective, in order to have more space and margin in your life, you're going to have to let go of some things. You're going to have to delegate more, and you're going to have to push through those feelings of anxiety or even guilt so that you can do it. This is a powerful way to be able to coach yourself. But you know what? There are probably people in your life for whom this message is really important. And oftentimes we need to be able to coach others to be able to be more effective. So if you've ever considered coaching as a skill for your own resilience or as a leadership skill for you to help others reach their potential, I want you to check out the Coach Training Intensive. At the CAP Institute, we do the Coach Training Intensive 4 times a year, and we have another one coming up. We've trained coaches from every state in the U.S. and 27 countries around the world, and we do it live and we do it virtually. I think you'll love it. So be sure to check it out. And in the meantime, I want you to do some delegating. Take out that to-do list, tame it by creating a you-do list, the things that others could do that you keep doing unnecessarily. And then sit back and enjoy the extra time you're going to reclaim by having the courage to delegate.